Hello and welcome to Crypto Tutorials. My name is Claudio and this is CryptoChain, the channel where I do crypto news, reviews, tutorials and interviews. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about Acala Mandala, which is a cryptocurrency project building on the Polkadot ecosystem. And they're not just any cryptocurrency project, they're a DeFi cryptocurrency project, which stands for decentralized finance, which basically means that you can take a loan using cryptocurrency as collateral to get other cryptocurrencies, which is usually a stable token. Right now, the disadvantage with DeFi at the moment is that you cannot take a loan bigger than your collateral because there's simply no way for the project to know that you're going to repay back that loan. So that is one of the downsides of DeFi at the moment. Now, with regards to Polkadot, I haven't actually done a dedicated video on Polkadot, but just to summarize it, I can tell you right now that it's pretty much a cross-blockchain ecosystem. That means that you can bring all the different blockchains together into this ecosystem and interconnect them. That means that dApps can share information between each other on different blockchains, which is pretty awesome, right? You can interconnect all the different applications into one ecosystem. And not only that, but using the power of oracles, you can also bring applications outside of the blockchain into the blockchain, right? So that is pretty awesome. That is the way forward. And that is how we're going to be bringing more and more projects outside of the blockchain into the blockchain to start becoming decentralized, right? A self-sustaining ecosystem. It's all about that. That is the way forward. Now, just to make it clear before I go into this video, this isn't a sponsored video. I haven't been sponsored. I simply have my eyes on Acala Mandala. I'm really interested in this project and I'm really looking forward to them launching. Now, they're not actually listed anywhere at the moment. You cannot purchase this token. They are on testnet, so anything you see in this video is all on testnet. They're not real tokens. They don't have any monetary value whatsoever. But they will be conducting an IPO, which is an initial public offering, pretty soon. They're pretty much putting the details together now. And then later on, an IEO, which is an initial exchange offering. That means you'll be able to get this token on an exchange if you participate. But we don't know on which exchange. So do check their Telegram channel. I will be posting a link in the description of this video to keep track of what's going on. I'm also in their Telegram channel and I'm constantly checking to see when they're posting updates because I really think they're going to do well. Like I said, Polkadot is funding this project, right? So the fact that they're funding them is a big plus in my opinion and in the opinion of many other people following the Polkadot ecosystem, because we know how big the Polkadot ecosystem is going to be. We've got projects like Chainlink, we've got projects like 0x, which have been in the cryptocurrency space for some time. They're building on the Polkadot ecosystem. So if that's not bullish, what is, right? They see the value in Polkadot, right? So of course Acala Mandala do too. Hence why they've been funded, right, by Polkadot in order to have a strong DeFi presence out there, right? So that's why I'm so bullish on Acala. I really hope they do well, of course, but you can never know. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything could happen. Just keep that in mind. But personally, I am very bullish on Acala. So let's get straight into the tutorial right now. I'm going to be using a browser-based wallet in this example because I'm going to be doing a tutorial. So basically, once you, we say, for example, if you use Google Chrome or any other browser, you can link that wallet or basically install that wallet within the browser. And then you should see exactly the same as I'm seeing here. And there it'll give you the option to create a new account. Do so and then, of course, save your passphrase in order to have the Polkadot account. It all depends if you want to use it for testing purposes yourself or if you want to actually create a real account that you want to be storing your assets into. If you haven't heard of Polkadot before, this is pretty much how you do it. Very, very easy. They do have another type of wallet, which is a desktop wallet too. But in this example, like I said, I'm going to be using the browser based on. So I've already got a wallet here. As you can see, after that, you need to go to Acala Network, which is apps.acala.network -wallet. /wallet. Again, the link will be found in the description. I'll be posting all these different links so that you don't get confused as to what you need to do in order to follow what I'm doing on the screen here and familiarize yourself with Acala Mandala. Now, once you're in, the first thing you see is the wallet, right? I'm already connected to my browser-based wallet. So as you can see, this is my name here. You can actually choose a username just to keep it friendly. Of course, you can change it here if you want to, but I don't want to change it. And then the address, of course, which you can copy in order to send assets, to receive assets to your wallet. Now here you can see the assets, the total worth value. Again, this is testnet, so not real value. I've got 11 ACA tokens, which are worth $110 right now, basically around $10 per token. Now fictionary value, I don't expect it to be worth that much from the get-go in my opinion, because they are only 100 million in total supply, but there will be like 34 million if I'm not mistaken for the IPO, and 7 million sold during the IEO. I've got AUSD, which is the stable token on the Polkadot ecosystem called the Acala dollar, and then we've got DOT, which is the DOT coin on Polkadot, and REN BTC, which is pretty much pegged to Bitcoin, but it is like a token on the Acala Network ecosystem. Within the Polkadot ecosystem, but designed by Acala Network. We've got L.2, which is liquid DOT, and XBTC, which is interchain Bitcoin. Now, what I don't understand really, I should have probably asked this question before, but I wonder what is the difference between XBTC and REN BTC, because to be honest, to me, they're worth the same value. But apparently you can use both of them here within the ecosystem. So that is pretty cool. Now, one of the interesting features here is the cross-chain feature. And again, you got to remember this is on testnet, so they've already built a lot of this wallet and application to make it ready for mainnet. So they're pretty much almost ready. Now in cross-chain here, we can see that we can pretty much swap, right? So REN VM is a new technology and security audits don't completely eliminate risk. Please don't supply assets you can't afford to lose. There's a mint and a release option here. So then there's the AUSD Acala dollar. So here, let's say you want to choose one Bitcoin. What can you do here? So you receive one REN BTC. So you basically swap in Bitcoin for REN BTC in order to use the Acala network. Now AUSD, which is the stable token, can be used to transfer funds to Laminar. I'm not going to do a video on Laminar here. I'm not going to be talking about Laminar in this video basically. I'll probably do a video on Laminar at some point in the near future, but basically you can use them as a decentralized exchange. Think about it as a DeFi decentralized exchange, because you can pretty much leverage trade, right, in a decentralized way using your wallet, which is pretty interesting. Again, I don't recommend it to non-experienced traders, because you can lose your funds. But again, for testnet, of course, you can have a play around with it just to familiarize yourself. So that is pretty cool, the fact that they've got that here. They'll probably add more features here. Apart from Laminar, there's probably going to be other dApps here that are going to be interconnected with this for cross-chain. Now let's go to the self-service loan option here. So here, this is a really interesting one, because this is pretty much the core of the DeFi functionality. So we've got here the collateral that you can need to select, then you need to generate the USD, and then you need to confirm it. So in 3 simple steps you can get your loan. This is how simple it is, right? But again, like I was saying earlier, the disadvantage of DeFi at the moment, decentralized finance, is that you cannot get a loan larger than your collateral. So let's go to create here, select the collateral. We've got the option of choosing Polkadot, DOT, which is the coin, REN BTC, L.DOT, or XBTC. As collateral, right? These are the main ones. So let's say, for example, you want to use XBTC, you click on next. Actually, let's go previous there for a moment. So here it tells you the liquidation fee. So it tells you if you're using DOT, the liquidation fee is 3%, 5% for NBTC, 10% for L.DOT, 4% for interchain Bitcoin. So if you're using DOT, the liquidation fee is smaller, which is pretty cool, right? Let's choose XBTC there for a moment, just for this simple test. How much XBTC would you deposit? Now I don't actually have any XBTC, but I could swap it. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. But let's say, for example, I had one. How much would you like to borrow? Let's say I want to borrow 5,000. Now the current price of XBTC is 11,769, and that's the price of Bitcoin, because it is pegged to Bitcoin. If I want to get 5,000 as a loan, the liquidation price is 5,500. So that means that if Bitcoin's price was to go to 5,500, then I would be liquidated, right? This is what you have to keep in mind with DeFi. It has its pros and cons, right? So let's go to next here. Actually, it doesn't let me because I don't actually have any XBTC, so I will actually need to do that in order to show you. But I'm going to be going back to this feature here when we go to the swap option, right? So let's go to the swap option. Now here we can cross-chain swap or interchain swap. Right now it's interchain swap between any asset that you hold with another asset within the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So let's say, for example, I don't have any DOT at the moment, but I have ACA. So let's say, for example, I want to swap one ACA for AUSD. I can do so, or I can swap the other way around. So let's say I want to swap AUSD because I have a lot of AUSD. Let me swap 50 AUSD, let's say I want to swap it for XBTC. Actually, I'm going to swap it for DOT. Do you know why? Because I'm going to be using that for the loan, just to show you an example of how you can get a loan. So let's do the swap. Now you do need to confirm the transaction, so I need to type the password from my wallet. Sign the transaction. Now it is very quick to swap it. That is pretty cool. But there you go. Look how fast this is. Look how fast this is. This is ready for the masses. And think about it. This is just on testnet, right? Imagine on mainnet, it's going to be even faster. So here it tells you the different prices if you want to swap. The pool size as well. This is the pool size for the swap, right? If there aren't enough DOT in the pool, then of course you can't do much, right? The price you're going to get is going to be less. It's as simple as that, because they change the price based on what's in the pool. Now for the next option here, let's go to the deposit and earn. Now this is where you're supplying assets to the pool. I've actually staked one ACA just as a test, but when you're staking ACA to the pool, not only do you get rewarded, look, I've done this like about an hour ago and I've already got 0.000, and this is only 26 AUSD, but this is only like $19.80 or AUSD, the total deposit, one ACA and some AUSD. So for example, let's say I want to deposit one ACA, I am forced to also deposit 9.90 AUSD. So I'm going to show you how that works. Click deposit. Now you do need to have chosen the deposit liquidity here. There are different options. You can withdraw, of course. Let's go to deposit liquidity, click deposit, type the password again to sign the transaction. You always need to sign transactions. This is the typical of all the blockchains out there, not to do anything without signing the transaction, which is the extra security step. So there you go. Now there you go. You see, you can see the total deposit here is 39.60 valued in AUSD. But of course, if I choose to withdraw, I can withdraw my ACA back, the ACA, right? And also the AUSD. You can withdraw the liquidity here. So let's go to ACA. The max, now the available that I've got here is 19.87. And of course, I get my AUSD together with my 2 ACA, my 2 ACA. Withdraw system reward. Let's say, for example, I want to go to ACA here. This is how much I've got. I can only withdraw the reward if I want to. I don't have to withdraw everything, which is pretty cool, right? Because if you're staking, you only care about the reward, really. You don't care about, you want to be supplying to the pool because you're going to get rewarded by staking. So that is pretty cool. And it's good the way this is done in real time as well, right? They constantly update it here based on blocks being validated. Now let's go to liquid DOT here. So here you can actually stake DOT, right, which is Polkadot. And it tells you what the APR is. It's 36.5%, so that is quite a lot, as you can see here. Let's say, for example, I wanted to stake 10, I would get 97.7 L DOT. Of course, I don't have any right now. Actually, I have one. No, I have even less than that. Let me go back here. How much do I have? I've got 0.215. Let me see if I can do that. 0.215. It might not let me, but I'll try. Stake. Let me sign the transaction. I'm wondering if I actually need LDOT to stake, or if I can just stake this low amount. Oh, I can. Wow, that is cool. Okay, I didn't know that. This is the first time I'm doing this, by the way. I haven't personally tested this specific feature. Let's see. So the wallet balance is 18 cents. That's how much I've got left. The stake balance is here. And it tells me here when I've minted and staked and how much I've staked. Unstake. Can I unstake right now? No, I cannot. Or can I? Yeah, let me see actually. Let me try to unstake the max. Oh, there we go. I can do that. That is pretty cool. So the maximum amount to unstake, I click on stake and of course it'll unstake it for me, but I don't want to unstake it right now. I'm going to leave it in here because it doesn't really matter, right? There's the governance option too in here. General Counsel, Hansan Council, Homa Council, Technical Council. I'm not sure what this is about. They're probably still working on this feature yet. This is probably where DOT holders or ACA holders will be able to vote. Alright, because we can see here we've got the current vote proposals, the hash and so on. So this is where all the governance is going to take place. But you can't do anything right now. Right, so this is something that we're going to have to go back to pretty soon. Let me go back to the swap feature because I want to be swapping some more AUSD for DOT just to take that loan to see how that loan looks like in action, because I haven't actually done that. So let's say I want to do $20. I want to swap it for DOT. Let's swap it. I love the speed of this. I mean, it's so quick to swap. You can just swap in and out all day like this. Self-service loan 0.87. So let's get started. Choose DOT as the collateral. Next. Let's see if there's a minimum. Okay, let's see now. So I swapped around 20 bucks. So let's say, can I get 20? No, I can't get 20. See? You get liquidated straight away. It doesn't even let you, right? So let me get 10. Now, if the DOT price goes to 120.5, I will get liquidated before I pay back my loan. So let's go next. Okay, confirm 10 USD borrowing, depositing this much, collateralized ratio 200%, interest rate 5%. Confirm. Let's sign. Sign the transaction. And here you go, your loan is created and AUSD is generated. So that's it, I got my 10 bucks here while I'm actually, let's see what's this here. Click done. Okay, there we go. So this is cool because this shows me the summary. This shows me the summary. Look, I can pay this back anytime, 10 AUSD. Required for safety 0.047. Oh, this is interesting, right? So you can also add more DOT onto your collateral to prevent liquidation from happening. So that is pretty cool, right? It gives you that flexibility because maybe you can't afford to pay the full loan yet, but you can increase this collateral in order to cover yourself, because then you're basically reducing this liquidation ratio. So that is pretty cool. You can generate 8.18 AUSD or pay back. So let me see if I can pay back right now. 10. Actually, let me pay back everything, the max, right? Confirm. Sign the transaction. And there we go. Completely paid off. Payback sum. I think I should be done, right? The payback button is gone. I don't have a loan right now. What's this here? Overview, manage loan. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. I think I'm fully covered, but I'm a bit concerned about the fact that it showed as 0.0001. So maybe, but there's no way to pay this back right anymore. So I think that I'm fully covered now. Although it is weird why they say here pay back some AUSD instead of just saying paid back in full or something, right? To kind of generate that confusion. But yeah, I mean, we can see here that everything is okay now. Let me see if I can withdraw my DOT as well. Maximum. Confirm. Because I paid back my loan. Yeah, we'll assume that because the payback button is grayed out, you don't have to pay anything back, right? So now I can get my DOT back, and the DOT is back in my account here. So that is pretty much it. This is awesome. I really like this app. It's really easy to use once you get your head around it. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. I very much appreciate it if you could hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of Acala Mandala. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.